I don't know how big a deal that is. I mean, you can commit to a lot of things. It doesn't mean you're necessarily in a position to fulfill it. It did harken back to Roger Federer's retirement too. So there's a nice little bit of symmetry. Maybe, let's hope Rafa goes and plays and wins decisive matches playing top tier tennis. This may also be sort of a glorified ceremony. Who knows? But I do think it is significant. It kind of, in a way, it takes some pressure off of him, doesn't it? I mean, we were talking a couple weeks ago. Imagine going out for that last French Open, knowing it could be your last match. Everybody's keeping their tickets stub. Your son's there. Maybe it gives him a little bit of a mental cushion to say, "Listen, I've already committed to this event in September, so don't trot out my retirement ceremony yet." A little bit of a strange, I put that. If weird is one of our sub themes today, I would put this announcement. It's a little weird. But I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Are you now that it's out there and there's no apparent embargo anymore? Rafa to Berlin. Are you surprised to see that press release?
Yeah, very surprised. Yeah, I was surprised when I first saw it, and you had underneath the cloak of secrecy, we had our producer Mike served kind of when we talk about shows, and you were a late entry, basically saying we could talk about it because this won't air until a day later. So technically, that would be okay under your sports journalist ethics lesson that you've put on with this restraint on the Rafa news. It was weird. At first, I was very surprised until I kind of started marinating on it a little bit this morning. So, one, Laver Cup is one of the best things I've ever seen in tennis because they can create their own matchups. They understand it's an event for the fans. They can put Roger Federer in a doubles match on one leg and control that. And it's not, a tournament where you're at the mercy of someone upsetting whatever your best rating is. It's the first event I've ever seen in tennis that starts with what would be the absolute best for fan experience and how it presents on TV, and then works towards creating this pride system. Obviously, they have the budgets to bring in the players, and they've created a unique, differentiated event. Whereas when I first heard about it, I'm like, here's another one of these stupid, dumb things that's going to take up, and I was wrong. Completely and 100% wrong. The video they get of people talking strategy and actually the other players getting in, and the Rafas and the Rogers and the Borgs and the Max, and I love it. In the in-house view and the players actually, getting into it. I had an argument with John Isner about it like 8 years ago, and because I was a Davis Cup homer, and he's like, this is going to be bigger. And I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. I'll tell you when I'm right about something, and I have no pride at all about when I'm wrong about something. I was 1,000% wrong. Now, you can commit to Laver Cup, and you can play doubles. That's not the same as entering the US Open and playing 3 to 5 sets 7 times over 14 days. Roger had an unbelievable send-off. It wasn't what he wanted, right?